Hello, welcome to Tuesday, the 2nd of June. How are we all? I believe it's the last of the good weather for a little while, so it's meant to be getting a little bit cooler, so I'm personally very happy about that. I really don't do the heat very well, so I'm glad it's going to be a little bit cooler. I'm sorry it's going to rain, but I am glad it's a little bit cooler. So I think the gardens need the rain anyway, don't they? Lots of people have been showing pictures of brown lawns. So it'll do the flowers and the plants. Good, actually, it's looking quite parched out there. Yeah, so today's not been an especially spectacular day. It's one of those days where you just want to draw a line under it. So my back went this morning. It periodically goes, and it normally lasts for a few days, up to a week, maybe a bit longer, and then it all seems okay again. But what generally happens is the bottom of my back goes due to an injury that I did probably about 20 years ago, actually. I was bending over the bed, making the bed. That was hard, and sneezed. Back went. I was on my back for 3 days. I literally couldn't move. And ever since then, it's been decidedly dodgy. So I have exercises to do, stretching exercises to do, which I do, but every so often it'll still go. So today it decided to go. So it means that I kind of walk like a letter C. So it's very attractive, as you can imagine. So it's now 3:10, and it's taken me till now to get mostly upright without having to push myself upwards. It's still immensely painful, but I'm upright, so that at least is something. So I'm terrified of sitting down just yet, because if I sit down, then I might not be able to get up for a while. So I'm making the most of being stood up. So yeah, so it's been one of those days where you just don't know what to do with yourself. I felt so. I've kind of done a few bits. I've not been idle. So had a Zoom meeting. I had a couple of Zoom meetings. I've done some studying that I needed to do. Done a few more of my admin kind of things, ongoing admin kind of things. And then thought I should probably film my vlog while I'm still upright. I'm teaching at 4, so I'll keep going for a bit longer, and then I can sit down for the hour. It doesn't really matter after that point. Yeah, so I've really kind of not known what to play today. I think you have to be in the mood for things, don't you? Oh, that's the thing I was going to say. A lot of the health issues that I have cause pain 24/7. I'm always in pain. That might sound a glib thing to say, but I really am in pain 24/7. And these are not life-threatening conditions that I have. Don't panic, but they are lifelong, and I guess life-limiting. But there we go. It is what it is. And one of the ways, because a lot of people say to me when they know what's wrong with me, or they see me doing things, and they say, "Oh, I don't know how you do what you do, and I don't know how you keep going." And one of the things that seriously keeps me going is my love and interest in music, because it's fantastic therapy. I know I've said this countless times, but it seriously is. So whether that means that you physically are able to play an instrument, or whether you just enjoy listening to music, if you're having a really rubbish day, then don't just sit about feeling sorry for yourself. Do something to try and alleviate how you might feel. So whether that's listening to your favourite track, your favourite band, whatever it might be, something orchestral, something piano, rain sounds, whale sounds, whatever it might, nature sounds. I used to listen to those quite a lot, like rainforest sounds on a CD. if I was feeling really stressed or anxious about something. And it just gives you that few minutes, or however long you spend playing or listening, of time to yourself, and it just makes you stop, I think, and it just gives your brain something else to think about rather than how rubbish you might feel. So I really would recommend doing either listening to something, or if you do play an instrument, get your instrument out and just play through a few pieces, because I've literally just played through a book, and I didn't want to play today because I just felt meh, but I knew that I needed to play, and it has done me the world of good. So I really can't recommend music therapy enough, and Serena and Heather will agree with me on that, as they are. Serena is a qualified music therapist, and Heather is just about to qualify. Music is very good for you mentally. So there we go. That's my two penneth for today. So I'm just gonna have a slurp of water because I am boiled. I'm so hot. Oh man. I've also drunk copious amounts of water these past few days. Yeah. So today's piece of music is from The Greatest Showman. Now I've never actually, bear with, my screen keeps going. I've never actually watched it. I've not had the opportunity to watch it, but somebody bought me the soundtrack, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's an amazing soundtrack. I've seen clips of it on YouTube, but I've never actually watched it, which is something that I must do. Does anyone ever remember Barnum, the musical Barnum? I think there was a recording of it. Was it Paul Nichols? Was it Paul Nichols in the role of Barnum? But also Michael Crawford played Barnum, didn't he? And I remember we had a video of that, and I watched and watched and watched it until I think we wore the video out and it wouldn't play anymore. So I'm kind of familiar with the story. I believe it's slightly different to that. Obviously it's a more modern take on it, and the music's more modern, isn't it? But it's quite an incredible story, really, isn't it? Barnum. So yeah, so today's piece, it felt right for something a bit slower today. So we're going to have a song that I think it's Sherry sings, which is called Tightrope. It's very sweet. Lovely words. So if you're not sure of the words, Google the Tightrope from The Greatest Showman. So here we go. know, it's very short and sweet. Or at least this... Stop. At least this version is, the book that I've got. But it's very sweet. So anyway, there you go. Enough waffle from me. I've suddenly realised that I've not posted yesterday's vlog, so I'll do that. So enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Keep smiling. Keep positive. And I'll see you tomorrow.